It's Cash Color Campus, a high level of conversation. Back at it on Livehiphopdaily.tv. This episode is sponsored by Atlantis Clothing. Atlantis Clothing, conceptual fashion. Stop by atlantisclothing.com and make your purchases today. And also, before I start this episode off, I'd like to say happy birthday to Tupac Shakur. Today, my man would have turned, what is it, 48, man? 49. 49. Happy birthday to my man Tupac Shakur. Long live that man's spirit. All right, so let's get into the show. Hey, tonight I have a great guest, and I got somebody who's going to really, I feel like, put me onto a lot of new things. I mean, well, early she put me onto a shot that I didn't even ask what was in it, you know? But I do feel a lot better right now. So I have Professor MOBE in the building.
Oh yes, indeed.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? You know, it's crazy because we was just joking about the MOBE part. I told her I went on a Google search to look up what MOBE was. Like, well, she's a professor. What now was MOBE? But it come to find out there's a special meaning even behind the MOBE name. But for those who don't know, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, what's up, you guys? I'm Professor MOBE, Monique Berry. I'm professor of plant biology.
Yeah.
I have a company out, Smoking Lips of Atlanta, members only. So that's what I'm here. That's what I'm about.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I want to get into your background. So I definitely want to get into your educational background because you don't meet too many people of color who are botanists, too many people of color who are into biology the way you were, and definitely didn't go so far as to go through the processes of getting your BA, getting your master's and all that. So speak to us about your educational background and what actually made you, I guess, fall in love with plants that much.
Oh, indeed. Well, first, I have my biology degree. I went to Dillard University.
HBCU.
Yes, HBCU in New Orleans. My first time there. I have my master's in microbiology, Columbus State University. But I got into plant biology because, you know, everybody smoked.
Yeah.
All my people, I come from a community of
What an answer.
smokers. Everybody smokes.
Yeah.
So I decided to do all the wrong stuff the right way.
Okay.
And that's how I got here. So I studied, I graduated, you know, and I'm here today. And I'm trying to teach the community, you know, about, you know, plants.
Yeah.
And, you know, the different aspects of it and how to smoke in good health and things of that nature, because we don't just smoke.
I understand that. You know, and you know, again, this is a 420 friendly show, so we do speak about the plants we speak about is cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we definitely interested in that. Let's speak about your background in cannabis. Have you ever consumed any, or is that part of your lifestyle?
Oh, yeah, that's all part of my lifestyle. I was not into cannabis at all.
Okay.
I was not into cannabis. I really was that kind of person, that textbook kind of person that actually studied the plant, learned it, and then I was like, okay, now I can smoke it.
Really?
Yes. Like, I had friends smoke it. Everybody smoke weed. I do not smoke it.
You know,
all.
and
I didn't.
At this moment, you look like the picture that was sent to you. like I can see you in a room with the lab coat and the hat
That's me.
on.
Like, I'm that gangster geek. I'm like that undercover nerd in the hood that don't nobody know, just sitting there reading books and studying it. So, yes, I consume, and I decided to study the plant so that I can help people, you know, smoke safe and smoke holistically.
So after you got done studying the plant, like you say, one, how long did it take for you to kind of break down the plant to where you felt comfortable consuming it yourself?
It took me about a good 4 to 5 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I also, like, grow my own medicinal herbs. So with that being said, like, before I even started smoking, I was growing. I was growing plants. So I studied plants, grew all kind of herbs that way, and then that's how I started, you know, getting into the consumption of smoking.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So when we look at the use of cannabis, you know, a lot of times people don't think about why they're using it or anything like that. Have you ever thought about, you know, since it did take you 4 to 5 years, you actually made a conscious decision as why you decided to use it. But since then, have you thought about why you do consume or why you do enjoy it?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not just smoking, you know, it's more such of a, you know, a health and well-being.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We smoking to, you know, immune boosting. Smoking to, you know, detox your lungs or detox all kind of things in your body. So that's what I do. Like, I try to come up with a lot of smoke alternatives. So that people won't just consume weed that you don't know about or cannabis that you don't know about. Because there's all different kind of strains out here that we consume, that we have, and that's all we know. it's a good strain, it smells good, but do we know the background story? Do we know how this plant was grown? Do we know what kind of soil was used?
The most popular strain, which is loud.
I don't hate it, but I hate that we don't know what loud is or how it's produced.
Yeah.
What kind of water we use. Was it, pH stabilized water? What kind of soil? What kind of plant food? Things of that nature.
Yeah.
Most people smoke all day and they go to sleep and their stomach is hurting. And they don't know why. Because they smoking molded weed. But you can't tell because you think it's loud.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I do. If you want to do all the wrong stuff, let me show you how to do it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was going to touch on that because I like how you said that. You learn how to do you do how to do the right stuff doing the wrong way, or the way you said it was perfect.
Right.
Speak about doing that. You know what I mean? Because that's one example. Like, I'm pretty sure that through your studies and through your teaching yourself, you learn that, like you had mentioned, if you smoking and you start having a stomach ache, that's a good chance you have some moldy weed. Mm-hmm. Speak about going through those processes of learning how to do those type of things.
Well, it's one, if you're gonna be a smoker, you have to pretty much know where you're getting you dispensing your weed from.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of us don't know where it's coming from. Somebody may tell us we getting it from here, we getting it from here, we getting it from there. But nobody knows where their herb coming from unless you actually know the grower, you know the farmer, you see your product being, produced. Yeah. You do not know where your bud coming from. So that's another reason why I got into this business, because I want people to know, I grew this. I grew this with this kind of soil, this kind of water, and you have the perfect, genuine, high quality bud. Yeah,
and you make a point, because and I'll admit that even honestly myself, it had to have been about, you talk about 10 years into 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, where I started really putting thought to myself, where is this weed coming from? And it comes with a lot of it comes with maturity. You know what I mean? Like, when I was younger, I had no problem. We joke about this on the show. I had no problem smoking sock weed. You know what I mean? Like the type of weed somebody standing outside the gas station, they got weed in their sock. I had no problem smoking sock weed. Today, you couldn't sell me sock weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you have on you. I don't care how you dress this up, what bag is it. You cannot sell me sock weed because I have concerns. Like you say, where's it grown? Who's it come from? Like, right now, I'm very confident about the source where I do get my weed from. I'm very confident where he gets it from, very confident how it's grown, very confident in the product. We should be all more confident about that.
Yes, indeed. It's all about body intake.
Yeah.
And we're going through this thing where everybody going plant-based. We have vegan friends. We want to watch what we eat. Mm-hmm. Let's watch what we smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we don't just smoke. We smoke in good health.
Yeah.
Let's watch what we smoke.
I love how you said smoking in good health. You need some water?
Yeah.
Smoking in good health. Smoking in good health is bringing back to smoking lips. How does smoking lips come across?
Smoking lips of Atlanta. Well, one, nurturing the lips, because we all smoke from our lips.
Yes.
So that's what, everybody say, you got smoking lips, you got smoking lips, look at you. Some people don't smoke. Some people got smoking lips, they don't smoke. Oh, your lips black, you smoke. Yeah. That's not the case. So
might
that's
be a health issue. Be honest with you.
It's kind of like a side joke with me and my friends. So that's, where Smoking Lips came from. Of Atlanta, I'm born and raised here. Product of Atlanta, all my family is here. I come from a family of athletes, and we all do all the wrong stuff the right way.
I love that, man. All the wrong stuff the right way. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So when you came up with Smoking Lips, again, the concept is smoking healthier.
Yes.
How are you helping people learn how to smoke healthier on their own, or how does that help them?
Well, my concept is we cultivate, we entertain, and we nurture to the lips of a smoker. So, like I said before, I'm cultivating medicinal herbs and educating people on it. Entertainment. I love music. Yeah. So we entertaining people all day, and nurturing, we educating, getting back to the community. Like I want to teach people, like, you don't just, this is not what you do. We're not buying, tobacco. Try this. You don't have to just smoke cannabis. You can put some lavender in there. You can put some other essential herbs.
Oh, you see my face. I'm trying to imagine smoking lavender. You know what I mean? Like
you can. He was like, what? I'm not smoking no lavender. But you can, though.
Really?
Yes.
So what other flowers, I guess, would we be able to smoke that I get? And are you saying these would give you, let's say, not necessarily the same reaction as, say, cannabis,
No,
but it's
it's
giving
not
you time,
like
a break
yeah.
from cannabis?
Right. It's more the medicinal side.
Yeah.
So every herb has, a supplement, whether it stops migraines or cramps, like raspberry leaves, for cramps, chamomile for, going to sleep, calmness. You can smoke all those herbs. Like every plant you can smoke.
I'm trying to just wrap my head around it because I know you're not telling me a lie.
No,
it's
no,
just,
no.
I'm trying to imagine because I had to smoke a rose petal one time. You ever have somebody do the rose petal blunt for you? I couldn't stand that. Like all I could taste was roses and taste flower. Like it was just I couldn't do that. So I'm trying to think what it'd be like to actually crush that up and then smoke it.
Yeah.
But you say it's a healthy alternative.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's safe, and it's it's safe, it's holistic, it's natural, and it's organic. And I'm trying to move everybody towards a holistic approach when smoking.
And you ran down a list of few that I guess could help people in particular. Like you say cranberry leaves, like you had mentioned. Can you mention some more leaves and some more plants that say might help somebody who say with specific issues? Like I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you came up with a good one. The cranberry, now I'm mind spinning. Yeah.
Well, I mentioned raspberry leaves.
Raspberry leaves.
Yeah, only because,
leaves.
women, we have a lot of cramps and menstrual problems. So, raspberry tea, you can smoke raspberry leaves for all my women that smoke. They can mix it in their cannabis or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, chamomile, you can, smoke that for calm, soothing, things like that to relax. You can smoke eucalyptus leaves.
I'm thinking to myself because I had a funny story one time. I was trying to buy weed down here in Atlanta. This is like maybe 12 years ago, and I stopped by the Greyhound outside of Magic City, and this dude walks up to me and says, "Yo, I got the weed." So I was like, "Cool." He puts it in my hand, and I put $10 in his hand. I'm thinking I'm getting a dime, but the bag seemed fat as hell. Come to find out, he put grass in his bag. Like, it was just nothing but grass. This man went around the back, pulled out some grass, threw it in the bag, and sold it to me, right? I'm thinking to myself, how many people would try to smoke grass after hearing this episode? You know what I mean? Like, it's not just any green you can just grab.
Nah, not any green.
No.
It's specific stuff.
No, because I can see my man right now hearing this episode and be like, yo, I actually had the,
I went and bought some rosemary.
I had the lick.
I went and bought some rosemary. Put some basil in there. No, okay.
No, exactly. Nigga, you ain't making chicken. We rolling the blunt. You ain't making chicken.
No. It's certain herbs that you can smoke. I follow this group called Mountain Herbs, mountainherbs.com, and it's pretty good. It helped. I get a lot of herbs from that company.
Okay.
And it's pretty good. I put people on it.
So when it comes to smoking lips, is it a member-only situation?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so how would somebody come about being a member, even finding out how to get involved with smoking
Go to the website, smokinglipsatlanta.com. They can check out the IG, go on the Facebook page, and all the information on how to be a member is there. We pretty much, the reason why it's members only because, it's only catered to people that want to smoke safely and holistically. Yeah.
Do you get a lot of apprehension when you present this to people? Because again, like when you first said raspberry leaves, you saw my face. I'm like, come on, like what's the how much apprehension do you get from people when you try to speak to them about, you can also smoke this as well?
I mean, I get a lot because I have a lot of friends like, hey Mo, I ain't doing that. Nah, you going too far. I ain't doing that. I'm like, just try it.
It's too far the wrong thing.
Yeah. Or I got friends like, it was good, but it was harsh.
Yeah.
I can't, but so I get a lot of pushback, but I try to keep pushing because I need people to understand that, it's other smoke alternatives, it's other ways, and we got to start, ingesting in good health and helping, taking care of our bodies.
Yeah. You were a teacher at one point too, weren't you?
Yeah. I taught ninth grade biology and physical science for about 10 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, so...
and you taught high school students too.
High school, ninth grade. So no longer teaching anymore. I'm trying to teach the community.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm doing my own thing right now, open up my own company, members only. And that's what I'm doing right now. Just trying to educate people and just put it out there.
Cool. What's the response been so far? Now that you are getting members, I'm pretty sure you do have a little collective. Like, what's the response been from the people who are part of the circle of Smoking Lips?
I mean, everybody is pretty responsive. Like, I have some loyal members, and they bring in, their people, their members, and we're a big family. Yeah. Like it's nice. I rather start as a kind of members thing because everything is like homegrown and handcraft, than try to be like a broad field franchise or anything like that.
Yeah. You had made a mention about immune system, and right now we're currently going through COVID-19. There was mentions in the news about a second wave that you're seeing numbers get higher across states. Are there any herbs that you would mention as people that say they might want to try if they are open to trying smoking herbs that could help boost their immune system?
Oh yes, elderberry is a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good herb. I know a lot of people is on elderberry syrup and the tea. I actually infuse it with the cannabis.
Do you elderberry?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I've yet to ask you what you infuse with that shot of vodka.
That
Look
was
at me being irresponsible as hell. I have yet to ask what the hell is even in that drink.
I didn't say nothing no label. That was actually cannabis infused with tequila.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just had like a infused tequila shot.
Look at my face now. Mm-hmm. Put me onto that. Put me onto that. That's what's up. But yeah, you said elderberry. You mentioned elderberry is something that we should be able to smoke if you were looking for things to help boost your immune system. Is there anything else?
I would say raspberry. I mean, I love it only because of the ladies, because there's a lot of women that smoke cannabis.
Okay.
So yep, that's what I say.
That's what it is. And the other thing I wanted to speak to you about was the fact that you got into plants and your love of plants. How can that knowledge of plant-based health actually help our African-American communities? Because when you mention health issues and when you mention even things like, my father passed away from lung cancer. I mean, he smoked tobacco his whole entire life. I wish he had an alternative option. You know what I mean? Like, speak to us about how, knowledge of plants and actually things like that can actually be a super help to our community personally.
Man, I feel like that's the number one help to our community. I'm not 100% plant-based, but in most areas where I'm doing all the things wrong, I try to be a plant-based in all those things so I can keep my body right.
All right, great, man. So I do appreciate you coming through. We do have another guest downstairs I'm about to bring upstairs in a second. For those who don't know, let them know again how they can find Smoking Lips and how they can be involved.
Oh, yes, and definitely. Once again, thank you for having me. I'm Professor MOBE. And just check out SmokingLipsOfAtlanta.com. You can follow us on IG or Facebook and become a member. Check us out.
That's what's up. And check out that page. Check out that picture on my Instagram page. Two different people sitting in front of me right now. I was fully expecting Professor MOBE. And like you said, you get a gangster professor occasionally over here.
Right, gangster geek all the way.
Gangster geek all the way. I appreciate you coming through, Dr. MOBE. That's Cash Color Professor MOBE.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Look at me. I done gave you a whole different name.
I know people gonna be googling like, shit, doctor.
Yeah,
just a professor.
Doctor of MOBE. What is MOBE?
Yeah, it's trying to teach everybody to try to do all the wrong things the right way.
Solid. That's Cash Color Canvas, a high level of conversation on livehiphopdaily.tv.